Hello everybody, and welcome to my overview of the CIS Faction for the Saga Edition mod. Vehicles and others and starships and whatnot will all be in one video, as it'll just save me some time. So then I'm not having to go per map, because sometimes vehicles change per map. Same with the Jedi and space combat in general. So for now we're starting with the standard B1 battle droid. He just comes with an E5 blaster. Pretty solid all-arounder, but not particularly good at anything. Jack of all trades in the best possible sense. On some maps, there will be unique troops that I will cover in, again, a separate video, as it will make it so that we're not having to jump around so much, and in case I forget one, I won't have to come back because it's unique to that map kind of thing, you know. So, let's get started here. Let me go swap to a class from this point. Go down the line. Okay, going down the line, we have the Assault Droid. He plays out very similarly to the Heavy Trooper. Exact same concept of having more missiles in base game and the mines being more effective upon hit. And having grenades that are specifically meant for dealing with vehicles. Speaking vehicle, let's go take these ones out. Where is it? There it is. Let's hit it with a rocket. As you can tell by how much it hit for, rockets are still plenty effective despite having more ammo. I believe this is on their part because there's so many more vehicles included, they wanted to give players more options. Other than that, he has the standard concussion grenades. Effective against vehicles, not as effective against infantry. Moving on to the next one, we have the Assassin Droid. The Assassin Droid is unique for the snipers, as its sniper rifle is burst fire, meaning it can be a little bit more effective close up. And it still retains its ability to move while scoped in. As you can see, at long range, if you're moving, you're going to get a large spread on that, which isn't necessarily good for a sniper unit. For his other weapons, he gets a auto turret and a thermal detonator, pretty much the same as base game, no significant differences there.
Enemy reinforcements falling.
Compared to the clone sniper, he's more of a mid-ranger than a long ranger, I guess is the best way to put it. You can technically hold it down to really mow him down, but I wouldn't recommend that, as you don't have enough ammo to really be going full auto like this normally. Like, yeah, you can see I'm already out of ammunition. Alright, moving on to the next class, we have the Engineer, who is pretty distinct from most engineers, both out of base game and out of this. Instead of his shotgun from the base game, he gets a mortar launcher, like the Imperial officers would have. Find a target to show off its effectiveness. There's one. You can charge it up like an arc caster and huck grenades at long range.
Enemy reinforcements falling. Roger,
Test it
roger.
out, this guy. Pretty effective, especially against light vehicles. Against heavier vehicles, it's a little middling, but that's not really what the class is meant for ambushing vehicles. That's more the heavy's job. For his other weapon, he just gets a blaster pistol. Same as a Republic Trooper. For his secondaries, he gets the health and ammo, his fusion cutter, and dead packs. Moving on to the next one, this is their variant of the heavy assault. You get super battle droids. The super battle droids, as the name implies, are just super battle droids. They can fire their wrist rockets. They have 5 of them instead of 3. They reduce the damage a little bit because they're meant to be more of anti-infantry grenades. Is how they're usually used in series and movies and whatnot. His primary blaster, unlike the base game, no longer has an ammo cap, but overheats very quickly. It's effective at most ranges, though, so it's you don't really feel like it's an unnecessary nerf or anything like that. Its accuracy at range is not great, but with the damage output you got for it. His secondary weapon he gets is a heavy wrist blaster, unlike his shotgun from the other variant, from the base game. It does great damage, has decent range, but it overheats even faster. Plus, no suppressing of ability from rapid fire, so you know, a little less handy, but still useful. Again, no ammo cap on it. Your health is quite a bit better than the standard variant, but see if we can kill the gunner on this vehicle. Good. As you can see, droid units, when their health gets low, they start to spark, which I thought was a really neat detail they added in.
Enemy reinforcements falling. Roger, roger.
Wait. Alright, moving down the list. Next we have the Trandoshan Mercenary. I will not be going over this one as it's a unique unit to this map and one other map. So this will have to wait to another video. Going down the list for the standard units, we have the Commando Droid. He has a disintegrator, like the Bothan Spy. Instead of having a cloak, he has just a flat-out disguise that makes him look like an assault. The way you can tell them apart is you can see their gun will actually, despite them looking like a standard assault trooper, they'll still have their disintegrator or incinerator rifle on them, which is the way you can tell. AI doesn't do too good with disguising and whatnot, but that's not the primary draw of this unit. Primary draw of this unit is that pack right there. Let's get some distance. Should come down any second. Yep, there it goes. A orbital strike. A feature that was planned for the base game, but never made it in. Otherwise, his equipment consists of a blaster pistol and incinerator. Point blank, he can't be beat, but at longer ranges, he's not good. Now, that orbital strike alone makes him very powerful. However, you only get one per ammo package you get, so you can only use it once per life, really. Otherwise, you end up dead. Next down the line, we have the Magna Guard. The Magna Guard is a melee-only class. He doesn't get a sprint, and he only gets a slightly longer jump, but his health is pretty tanky. The primary way to use a Magna Guard is just do little bunny hops in close range. Because once you get into said range, you can do two things. You can both hit them with your Electro Staff, which does pretty decent damage, just Jedi Light, basically. And then your grenade ability, which is a neurotoxin aura. It'll poison nearby enemies. It's not fast, but it can finish off somebody who's low health that your allies have shot or whatever. Or soften up some nearby enemies so you can come back and hit them. He's pretty effective as soon as you get him into range. Just when he's at long range, he is weak. He gets no ranged options, no secondary weapons. He just has what he has. He can even contend with most Jedi units, so I don't think it's unbalanced that he does not have his rocket pistol he had from base game. But he also can't sprint, so he'll sometimes deflect some blaster bolts, but it's not anything significant. Not effective against vehicles whatsoever, but that's what happens when you're a melee unit. Now, into the last unit we have here, the Droid Commander. He is also set like the standard commander from the Clone Commander if I don't blow myself up. That's silly. Alright, back to it. For his grenades, he gets pulse grenades, which are effective against all targets equally. While not necessarily great at anything in particular, it's not bad. For his primary blaster, he gets a standard E5 like the infantry. Similar situation to the clone one. For his secondary, instead of the defense, he gets rage, which increases damage of nearby allies and yourself, I believe. So you can go pretty ham with him, especially if you coordinate with a couple AI, as I don't believe this is multiplayer, as far as I know, or if they even have plans to make this multiplayer. I am unsure, because, you know, modding for a game from 2005 hasn't really caught up yet. Or rather, people are moving on to other games and whatnot. Unlike the Heavy Trooper, though, his pistol is jacked. It does a lot of damage, but has ammo cap, unlike the clone variant. Its accuracy at long range is middling. Not great. But it packs a wallop per hit. With headshots, you can just one-shot targets, so you can't really complain that you're lacking the heavy assault blaster from that the clone commander gets when you get a blaster pistol that can one-shot most of the standard classes. Let's see if we can get this guy. No? Okay. He also gets that same shield generator. Don't think it'll be that effective against the vehicle, and the top lasers of the IFXs can just nullify it. That might be a bug, however, it says nothing in any of the forums, so I'm at a loss for whether that's an actual feature or not. But yeah, going back to how this will be the last one I upload for the moment. If it's wanted, I will expand the series to the Empire, Rebels, and then go into the vehicles and whatnot. However, I just figured I'd go... Oh, and the specialty units. I just figured I'd go over the base units for each faction that you'll have in all battles. If I don't run straight into a laser anyway. So that'll be it for the CIS faction. Let me know in the comments whether you want to see the special units, Galactic Empire, Rebels. Let me know what you want to see next. The next video for the Elite campaign will come out within the next couple of days. And that series will continue with no commentary. It's just on these ones I figured I needed some commentary. Alright, that'll be all. I will see you all in the next one.